Yeah, hi. Okay. So now imagine you're trying to train a baby, right? There's a baby who is 5 to 6 years old, right? Who doesn't know anything about the world, right? He just has a brain. He doesn't know anything about the world. What happens is that we, right, who is an adult, right, whoever the father or mother or uncle or auntie or brother or sister of that kid tries to train the baby by okay, this is an apple, this is a banana, by showing them the particular object, right? This is an apple. And we train the baby multiple times. Every day we try to show the baby, okay, this is an apple, this is a banana. Or if you want to make that baby a very responsible citizen, what we try to do is that we teach the baby that how do you respect an adult? How do you behave politely with the elders? How do you respect the elders? How do you eat cleanly? And this is not a one process. It is not one day process. What you do is that simultaneously, rigorously, you try to train the baby's mind every single day by telling them what is good and what is bad for him or her. So after a year, after 2 years, after 5 years, after 6 years, this baby understand what has been taught by the people around him or her. And now when this kid, the baby who was 5 to 6 years old, now he becomes a toddler or maybe a teenager after like 15, 16 years. So after 10 years of process, right? Because you have been training this kid for 10 years or 8 years. So imagine how much data you're passing every single time you're training. Okay, you need to behave properly with your you need to behave properly with your mother. You need to respect elders. Every single time this line are being hammered on the kid. And this is what it gets into the brain. It's like a neurons, right? There are neurons into your brain. It's a neurological science. These neurons are connected to each other. At least I hope you're aware about the neurons. That is what is a part of it's a layer in the brain which captures the things from the outer world and it passes it to the brain. And this is how this mechanism works. It's the same replica is been used into the machines. So your brain tries to remember, memorize it, and next time when this person gets into the society, right, because now it's a 16, 17-year teenager, now you cannot brain has been understood through the data which you passed when it was into the training mode. Now, when this kid goes outside into society, whatever you have passed as a data, right, will try to perform and act in that way. If you have trained that kid in a proper way, so he'll try to respect elders, he'll try to behave properly in the society, he'll respect parents, and so on and so forth. And in the vice versa, in the opposite direction, if you have passed the garbage data, that how do you use a bad words, how do you no, steal the money from the pocket of the dad, how do you disrespect? So same thing will happen with that kid when that person will be a teenager of 17, 18 years old. Maybe he'll be a murderer, maybe he'll be a killer, he'll be a robber. Why? Because whatever you have been fed, you fed into that is what he's trying to behave after 10 years. So it's like there's a term in the artificial intelligence that is called as a GIGO. What is that? GIGO. GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out. That means what? If you feed the data, which is good and pure, to the machine, your machine's accuracy will be very good. And if you're trying to feed the garbage data, inaccurate data, impure data, similarly, the output will be worst. Artificial intelligence entirely is a set which works on the data. And this is how the concept is like how your brain tries to perform. Artificial intelligence is nothing but the way your brain tries to perform, it's the same capability that you are expecting machines to perform, right? If it is a situation like if you're driving a car and if you see an object like buffalo or cow that is coming across, so human nature is what? Human is able to take the decisions, right? So you need to apply a brakes. So similarly, it's a replica. You're expecting the machine, the car, to do the same thing. What is that? If you see an object like buffalo or cow, comes in front of your car, what you need to do is that you need to apply a brake. So it's the same thing. What is that? You're trying to impose the human abilities, potential into the machine so that machine is able to perform and take the decisions the similar way the humans are able to take. Why? Reason because humans are the smartest and intelligent species, and it is the only one. I forgot to use the word called only a species on this planet who are smart and intelligent enough to take the decisions, to perform the task, because human has involved in every sector. You tell me there is one sector which human has not tried to perform better. Every single day, humans are trying to make the day or the world better, right? In terms of everything. If you look at in 1990s or 2000, there were TVs without remote, right? There were buttons. We used to get up and change the channel with the help of buttons. Then 2005, you came with a TV which has a remote. By sitting on the couch or a sofa, you can just change the TV. Now you are living in that uh, year after 15 years where there's a voice modulation, right, which accepts the natural language. That natural language means what? Whatever the language you speak. And through that language, the machine is able to change the channel. Imagine from 2000 to 2023 how the world has been changing. In 2000, you had to get up from your place, go to the TV, and change the channel. Then now it is like a voice modulation. You just talk, okay, Siri, please play the music. Alexa, change the light color, so on and so forth, right? So this is how you try to impose that machine, that artificial intelligence, or any of the devices do the same work which humans are expecting, right? We expect to do. Okay. I hope you have got an overview exactly artificial intelligence is. Artificial intelligence is nothing but it's like a human driven decisions. What we are expecting to do, it's the same thing we are expecting machines to do. Okay. Clear till here? What is artificial intelligence? So data science, right? That is what data science. It's not a one word. Some of the people ask me like, is data science a new word? Or they ask me, okay, is it a one word? No. Data science are two different words. Data is one word and science is one word. If you can look at the screen and you'll be able to find what exactly we're trying to do is that it's the same thing which we used to do in the school. Like we had a science subject or we had a chemistry subject if you're from the science background. So you had a chemistry subject. What we used to do is that we used to go into the science lab. In the science lab, there were equipments, right? Different equipments like flask, thermometer, thermos, whatever. I don't remember. I'm not from the chemistry right now. So, like our teacher used to ask that there was a set of guidelines, and you have to mix different ingredients, like whatever the chemicals were there, and try to find out, okay, what is the new invention that we have done with the help of that mixture. It's the same thing. Science is nothing but a featuring, or you're trying to do engineering on the data. Data science is nothing but you're trying to do an engineering on the data to find out something new or to trying to generate a new output. That is called a data science. So data science is not a single word. It is a combination of two words where data is nothing but the what is you can a value or a record, and science is nothing but an experiment you're trying to do, right? Here instead of that chemicals, here the data is your ingredient and on what you're trying to do an engineering. So you're trying to do an engineering so that you can get a result out of it. You're trying to get a prediction out of it. You're trying to get a forecast out of it. That is called as a data engineering. In today's world, I'll tell you, there is no single device or there is no single sector. If you come from IT, that is okay. If you come from mechanical, you come from sales, you come from retail, you come from finance, you no matter which sector you come from, testing, you will not find any sector that has no influence of artificial intelligence or data science. Because nowadays it's mandatory that every field has to take the leverage of the AI. Got it? And now moving on ahead, now conventional happened. So next is generative AI. Generative AI is more advanced level of conventional AI. So what is it expecting? I'll tell you. Right now, it is not there in the market right now at that extent, but it's like human interaction with another human. Now, if I ask you, like, if I call you and I'll say, okay, hey, buddy, what you're doing? So you'll tell me, like, okay, I'm doing nothing right now. So I'm just sitting on a sofa and watching TV. And then you say, okay, what are your plans for tomorrow? And then you say, tomorrow it's a Tuesday, it's a working day. And now you're trying to have a conversation. Okay, so you're trying to ask about, okay, how was your Sunday? What are your future plans for Sunday? something kind of a conversation. So generative AI, right? Conventional AI is like a traditional one. Generative AI is like having a human interaction. It's like having an interaction and a conversation with a robot. Now, where it can be used, the example I'll tell you. Now, what happens is that you're trying to call a customer care. Okay, you're trying to call a customer care. For example, like you want to book a ticket or you cancel a reservation, right? Cancel a reservation. What is that? You go to that particular application through which you have booked a hotel. For example, like MMT, that is Make My Trip or Clear Yatra or Booking.com or ANB. So now before you reach to the customer care support, what happens is that there is a first layer where this bot will have an interaction. What we will do is that a chat bot will have an interaction with you, maybe whatever example, call that bot as an Anna. The bot name is Anna. So Anna will say, hi, ma'am, sir, my name is Anna, and how may I assist you? So now you'll say, okay, I want to cancel a reservation. So now this bot will understand your intent. Intent is nothing but an action that what you want to do. You're like trying to cancel a reservation. So then bot will try to do an interaction. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, you want to cancel, but may I know the reason? So you'll place your reason, okay, because I got change in the plans and I want to cancel. Then bot will say, okay, I got you. So that bot will ask you for the reference ID. Then you'll provide the reference ID, whatever the booking ID is there. And then that booking ID will be checked against the database, whatever the database is there, right? Because you have booked your booking, right? So definitely that booking is somewhere stored. It's like somewhere in the database. So it will check in the database and try to find if it is there, it's good. If it is not, then it will ask you for the more some other options like, okay, give me a mobile number, give me email ID. So that through other medium, it is trying to find that if you are really doing a booking, right? Because if you have done a booking, then and then only it will be able to cancel. If it is not able to cancel, then it will take you to customer care, right? I'm talking about the first layer. Then you try to view your booking ID and it will say, okay, I have found your booking ID. So he'll say, okay, then enter this booking ID and click on cancel, right? Whatever cancel reservation. And then you enter your booking ID and you do the cancel. Then and I will cancel your booking. Now, what is happening here? See, you try to connect to the customer care, right? How it's a long process. Everywhere you go to India, you try to connect with the American Express. You have to choose the language. Then first you'll choose the language. Then no, you'll try to listen all those options that are available. Again, then you will try to select the particular option. Within that, then again inner layer. Then you'll try to go within that specific point. After that, you'll connect to the customer care. If they are free, it's okay. If they're engaged, they'll ask you to wait. So people don't have that patience. We are not living in 1950s or 1800s that we have a lot of patience. Everything we want is instant. And that is what happens is that then you get frustrated and then you try to cancel the services. And if you try to cancel the services, that means what? A company is trying to lose a business. If because every business running on the customer base. Like if I'm not having a customer base, I will be able to run the show. And that is why they are trying to make the use of artificial intelligence into their businesses to reduce the what is that? The reduce the human problems, right? How then quickly they can solve. So that is what both comes into the play. If it is not been resolved, if it is very complex, then and then only you can reach out to the customer care. So this is how bot is trying to play a crucial role in every single businesses. You go to any single, Flipkart has already started, Amazon has already been started. Every single businesses have been started, even the small. If you go to any institute and if you want to look for a course in that particular website, also you'll see on the right side of the corner of small virtual assistant popping out and saying, "How may I assist you?" That is nothing but a bully port. That it is trying to connect you and try to solve your queries. If you're asking for fees, you're asking for the duration, and that is what it's trying to solve. But this is how artificial intelligence is trying to play an important role, a vital role in every sector. And that is why, because of the demand and because of the rise in the virtual assistants, we can see the artificial intelligence, a lot of developers who can develop such kind of an application or software are being required in comparison to the other sector. That is why I'm telling you, it's the hot and trending stream right now in the market. And the salary that has been paid is also abundant. Now, is it clear? Now, how exactly this data science and artificial intelligence work? For that, what you require is the data, data, data. Clear? Any questions still here so far? Guys, any questions? I hope you understood. Now the question one, the important question that arises in your mind is like, what's the roadmap to become a data scientist, right? So how we are going to travel through the roadmap, I'll tell you. Okay, first thing, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. Give me some few seconds to present my screen. Okay, is my screen visible? Okay. So what is the roadmap how do we can do that, right? Some people are here for data analytics as well, right? Data analytics and data science, I'll tell you the difference. So what is data analytics? So data analytics, or the people who called as a data analyst, they work on a historical data. What they do is that they work on historical data. What is exactly exam meaning of historical data? Suppose I'm working for an IBM company, right? IBM. Now, what exactly the HR of the IBM wants to do is that they want to find out that why the people in our organization are trying to resign themselves, right? What is the cause that why people are trying to leave the company? It's such a good company like IBM. So now HR wants to know. So what the data analyst will do is that analyst will take the records of the previous 5 years or 7 years. Okay. And on the some metrics, right? It will try to, he or she, data analyst, will have some parameters, like metrics. Like on that matrix, you try to find out what are the reasons behind the what are the reasons behind by the employee of the company to leave the company. Now, what metrics can be there, or what parameters, for example? Now, from the record, first person will try to identify that what is the age group of the people leaving the company. So definitely, it's a very common sense. You don't have to do a data analysis. You'll find the people who are at the age of like 25 to 30 or maybe 35. They are the one who will try to leave the company. Majority. Why? Because see, they are at that stage of life that where they try to switch their companies from here and there like a hopping bunny, so that they can get a good packages. And you'll find that people who are above 50 will try to choose not to leave the company because they know that they are at the age where they'll not be able to find a new job, right? They're at the retirement stage. Even the company might ask them for the voluntary retirement. So, like what happens is that this is the role of data analyst through which you're trying to identify the HR retention, that why the employees are leaving the company. So, data analyst is nothing but who will have the data of a particular company and try to analyze on the basis of data that how the things took place in the past. That is what you can say. They are mostly working on the descriptive analysis and diagnostic. Descriptive is like what? When you go to the doctor, I'll make it very simple here. When you go to the doctor, right? Now, doctor is one who has done a studies, right, in the particular field. Now he's sitting at that position, MD, and he has an experience of like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. Now you go to the doctor and you tell to a doctor, doctor, I am having a headache and I'm having a fever. Now, what here you're trying to do is that you're trying to describe that what has happened to you. So similarly, as I said, the data analyst role is what? They try to describe to the client that what has happened in the past, like why the people are leaving your company, what is the reason, right? That is what called as a descriptive. And now, after you told your doctor that I'm having a fever and I'm having a headache, so now doctor asks you to get onto the bed, and he takes out his stethoscopes and he takes out whatever the instrument, what is happening with you, right? What's wrong with you? Now, what is trying to do? Doctor is trying to do. Doctor is trying to diagnose you. What is trying? Diagnose you. Now, what data analysts try to do is that data analyst has understood. Okay, the company employees are leaving. Now you have to find out why they are leaving. Now, as I said, one of the reasons maybe they want to switch the company because of the packages. Second, they to switch because they want to learn a lot of things so that when they reach 40, 45, they have a very good knowledge and they can take that position. Few of the reasons, and maybe some reasons may be some people travel from a certain distance, right? If you are within half hour of a distance, that is okay. But someone is traveling from more distance, like maybe like 1 hour or 2 hours. So they also might be thinking that every day I cannot make a commute of 2 hours, right? Coming to the office, 2 hours journey, going back 2 hour journey. That means what? 9 hours of a job. After 9 hours of a job, you have to travel 2 hours and 2 hours. That is 4 hours, right? That becomes 13 to 14 hours a day. Imagine out of 24 hours, you're spending 13 hours of your life in just work and job. Then you come back, you sleep, then you spend some time. So that is what people say that, okay, I want to leave this job because I'm not able to travel every single day. So this is what diagnose. Diagnose means what? You understood the people are leaving the company and you're trying to find out the reason why they're leaving the company because client is paying for you to describe what is happening in the company and why it is happening. The diagnostic is like why it is happening. And till here only, the job role of data analyst will be there. And from here, the role of data scientist will take place, artificial intelligence will take place, machine learning will take place, whatever is there, it will take place. From here, you'll try to tell, now we understood what is happening and why is happening. And now you'll try to present with the help of the visualization tool like Power BI or Tableau, where it is very clear for a person to understand how it looks like. So I'll show you in the Power BI also what we are going to prepare, how we are going to prepare. And then from here, once the data analyst job is done, here data scientist role will take place where data scientists will try to find out that what are the ways to retain the people in the companies. Definitely people are leaving the company, but now if I want to retain the people, how do I do that? So maybe then company will come with an ideas like give them a hybrid model. Hybrid means what? Out of 5 days, ask the people to come down to the office only 2 days and 3 days work from home. That is what instead of traveling 5 days, now people are able to travel only 2 days. That then we'll say, okay, it's anyways, it's a 2 days. And some people, if they're traveling from different states, then give them a opportunity to work from home, right? So these are the ways you try to do. If the people are living for the packages purpose, give them a hike in the packages. So this is how you try to do. There where data science forecasting will come place. No, predictions will come place. But for that also you need a data so that your machine will try to understand what exactly prediction it has to make. Yeah. So this is how the data scientist role will be there and data analyst role will be there. Okay. Now let's see what is the roadmap, what we are going to learn in this entire course. This course is tailored for those who are known to the technical background and who are also unknown to the technical background. I repeat, this course is tailored for those who are from the known technical background and also technical background. So not to worry that if you know the technology very well, then that's an advantage. And if you don't know, still I am going to teach you from the ABCD of the programming language. Even if you know, as I said, it's an advantage. That's an advantage, nothing else. But I'm going to consider everyone on the same page because if you're here, that means what your ultimate goal is to learn something that you can use in your career. If it was not a reason, why would one spend a valuable time in listening to someone? Because human nature is that he or she wants to speak more and listen less. And if you're investing your valuable time, then I would definitely give you an outcome because it's very precious. So let's come to the model, what you're going to learn. So in the model one, you're going to learn Python. So in programming language will be required because if you're talking about the data analyst or data science, no matter what uh, course you are here, you would still require any of the programming language. So any of the language, C, C sharp, Java, Python, any of them is familiar. But today in today's world, most of the companies, you can say 70% of the global companies are using Python as a primary language. So definitely we'll go with that language which has a good scope in the market, right? And instead of going for any of the languages. So how you can see in the model one, it will just have an overview of the programming language. In the model two, we'll have the installation and the settings. So for that, because we know we are going to learn the technology, right, and domain. For that, we need a platform, we need a software, we need an installation. So that all installation and software configuration, everything will be done at the beginning on the first day, and all the setup. If there are any errors, if there is not able to upload or download anything, so that will be done initially on the first day or the second day. And after that, you will start learning the programming language. We'll start from the ABCD. What is Python? How to use Python? What are variables? Every single small thing that has to be learned to become a data analyst or data scientist. We'll learn from that part. Then core and advanced. So that is still 10th module. After that, we are going to learn data visualization. What is that? Is the data visualization. In the data visualization, we are going to start with the Excel part. We're going to start with the Excel part. So just in the Excel part, we're not going to have the core part, that is like how do you make a table, how to do your conditional formatting, but we are going to learn the advanced part as well, where you need to know that how do you make a pivot table as well, right? How do you use the different formulas for the calculation? That is an advanced part. So we are going to do with that to help. After Excel is done, we are going to use some libraries, NumPy and Pandas, if you have heard about it. If you have not heard about it, I'll give you an overview what these libraries are. See, nowadays coding has become so easy that you don't have to be a hard-coded engineer, which were there like in 2010 or 2000, no, before you can say before 2015. Because during those days, you have to write everything from the scratch. But nowadays, as I said, the world is progressive or trying to progress in such a way that everything is available at your fingertip. You just need to use it. It's like an instant. Now, suppose you're hungry, right? So what is that? If you're very hungry, so what happens is that you go to market and bring in instant food, right? If you are in the European countries or the Western countries, you'll find that a lot of instant food are available. That is a ready-made food. In India, the culture is still not up to that mark, but in the European or Western, you'll see that this is a culture is huge. That you go to the market, you go to any of the mart, you buy that pre-processed food, packaged food, and you come home and you just need to no, mix it with some of the oils, olive oil or whatever is required, and then you eat it. That is like the same thing in the coding as well. So NumPy, Pandas, you can see on the screen, those are libraries. Because when you're talking about the data, if you have heard me properly, as I said, if you want to make a baby a responsible citizen, you have to train that baby in a systematic and in a disciplined manner. Then and then only that person will become a responsible citizen. Similarly, if you're trying to put your data to your machine, your data has to be accurate and pure. If your data is good, pure, clean, your machine predictions will be very good. Similarly, that is what data visualization and exploratory data analysis, this NumPy Panda, help you to clean the data. It's like when you bring the vegetables from the market. So before eating it, it's been suggested by the doctor. It's a second opinion. You always need to clean the vegetables. You need to soak that into the water. So whatever the fertilizers, chemicals are being sprayed onto it can be and it can be taken out, right? So it's a similar thing when you're trying to give the data. So before that, if there's some impure data, you can clean it with the help of this libraries. So that is why you need libraries, and these are very important and very crucial libraries for doing the calculation, computation. Why? Because see, machine will understand only one language, that is the numeric language. Machine will not understand images, audios, videos, and text, anything. Machine, that is machine intelligence. Here I'm talking about computers. Computer understand only one language, and that is numeric language. So whatever data you have, right? So you need to convert that data into the numeric, and that is what it is done with at this stage. That is the second stage. And once you have learned this thing, you'll go to the next. That is the visualization tool. That is sorry, by mistakenly I have written Tableau, but here we are going to learn with the help of the Microsoft Power BI. With the help of Microsoft Power BI. Now the question arises, why Microsoft Power BI? A lot of people come and say, why not Tableau? I'll show you on the screen. Why Power BI? Okay. Is my screen visible? Once we are done, then we can go with your questions, whatever the questions you have in your mind. I'll try to solve it. Am I audible? Please unmute yourself and guys, let me know if I'm audible.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Who's speaking? Okay. Thank you, guys. It should feel it's like a two-way. It's not should not feel it. AI has already been introduced into my session. I don't want like I am the one who's trying to talk with the boards. Yeah, I'll just show you something. A very good thing. Why Power BI? So this is what you can see. The graph is there. Not to worry, we are going to prepare this kind of a graph as well. So Power BI, if you look at the scope, right? If you look at the scope, let me see if the word is same. It's saying, okay, it's Microsoft Power BI in this Google Trade. Okay, this is a scope. So this is how Microsoft Power BI has been trending in the world. So it's like from 2004. So let's make it past 5 years. So I'll not go beyond that. So see, you can see that out of 100, so you can see this 25, 50, 75, 100. So you can say out of 100 users, so you can say out of 100, how many people are trying to use Power BI. That is what you can say companies. You can see more than 75 users or the companies are trying to use Microsoft Power BI as a visualization tool. And if I try to compare with Tableau, you just see Tableau. Tableau is by Google. I'll just write here Tableau. Sorry, I'm very bad at English because I failed in English all the time. Let's see if it is spelling is correct. Sorry, spelling is wrong. So Tableau software. Tableau, it's in the red color and Microsoft Power BI. See. Now you tell me, anyways, Tableau does the same thing. It is used for the preparing the dashboards. Power BI also does the same thing. It's not the same. One thing is that Microsoft is the owner of Power BI and Tableau, Google is the owner. That is what they belong to separate companies. Look at the market. You see Microsoft Power BI is dominating the companies or you can say world. So if it has been in the world, that is what I'm saying you that when I started my career, I took 1 year to do a research to find out which is the good career. And I'll tell you, whatever I tried to do in my first year, 5 years of the job, I did within less than 2 years, that 5 years, and then rest of the 3 years, the past 3 years, I took a rocket sky high. That is why, because see, you are going to work 9 hours, you're going to work every single day. You need to work in such a domain that you know that you are going to get a good career, no, career high. So that is why I'm going to teach you Microsoft Power BI and not Tableau. And this is what I speak on facts and figures. You can see this is what I'm able to show you with the live stream. This is the record of last 5 years. And if I change from country India, this is my country. If I change it to some US, we call it the United States, which is the IT right, country of technology. So you can see the IT in the C, still Microsoft Power BI. So at some certain point, they were working, ruling equally in United States. But see, now Microsoft Power BI has geared up. But anyways, United States is a very far place right now. Right now we're in India, right? We are going to go with India one day because even though companies are from US or wherever, if their work is located in India, so they'll go according to Indian only. So you can see Microsoft Power BI has been ruling all across the India. So that is what I would suggest that even if you are from US or from India, you should learn Power BI, not Tableau. Because see, if you learn Tableau, I'm not saying that it's going to be hazardous to your career, is always going to be an advantage. But right now, you don't. There's a when I was trying to do something in my life, I'll tell you, it's way back. It's been a long time. My dad told me one thing. It's a very good thing, and I would like to share you that I was unclear what I should do. And he said that instead of being a no, jack of all and master of none, you try to master yourself into one specific domain. Because jack of all and master of none, it should not happen. And that is why you want to learn a lot of things. It is okay, but your time is limited. We are not having a lifespan of 100 years and 120 years that you can learn a lot of things. You learn certain things, and master yourself that no one else be able to compete you. Right? We are not trying to compete others. No one else should compete with us. That is what mastery is. Right? And that is what I don't know Tableau. I don't know ABCD. I'll be very transparent to you. But if you ask me about Microsoft Power BI, I know in and outs of it. Because anyways, Tableau does the same thing and Microsoft Power BI does the same thing. So, but I'll go with the Microsoft Power BI because that is the need in India. that is need in the US or that is need all across the world. So I learn that thing which has a scope right now in the market. Tomorrow, if it Tableau comes, then I'll learn Tableau. But that is tomorrow, not today. Clear? And after this, coming back, I hope this screen is visible. So we are going to start with the data science part. So from here, data analyst will be there. After this, then data science will be opting up for the data science will start. First, we'll have the statistics that is required. Sorry, someone is at the door. Please spare me for a second. Sorry. Yeah. That we are going to start with the statistics and then the artificial intelligence and machine learning and the deep learning, that entire data science part. So this is what you're going to have. And then we are going to have SQL. Clear? So this is how I'm going to learn the entire course. And this course duration will be 4 months, Monday to Friday, every single working day, except weekends. Saturday and Sunday will be off. And after completion of every single topic, whatever the major topics are, for example, if I go at the beginning and if I say we have done with the functions, let's see, module 5. So because the first three are just the introduction, installation, and configuration. So we start with Python statements, or you are done with the more functions. So after completion of every single module or important topics, we'll have an assignments. So that what will happen is that whatever I'm trying to teach you, that you are going to get a set of questionnaires to practice. Able to do that, and we will be able to track that how progressive you are, or are you able to be able to cope up with the things or not. If you're not able to do that, then we'll be having a constellation counseling, we can say, to find out the reason why you are able not to cope up, or you're not able to excel yourself or enhance yourself. Because at the end, we want you to learn something so that at the end of this course, you'll be able to float your CVs and get a good job into the organization or company, we can say. Okay, so this is how the roadmap is there, and I guess that's it. Cool. So now I would like to pass on the mic towards you, and I would like to hear from your side that what queries do you have? Any questions you have?
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Tell me.
So my understanding is like data analyst and data. This is the data scientist course, right? That's you're saying. Data
Yes,
scientist. Is
yes.
it like
This is
both are
entire data
same?
science course. Data analyst and data scientist are both same, right? You're trying to ask me.
Your voice is breaking.
Okay. My question is that are you trying to ask me that data analyst and data scientist are both one and the same?
Yes, that's what. Yeah, my understanding. I thought they both are
Mm,
different.
yeah, they both are different. They both are different. Data analyst is one who's trying to just prepare dashboard. If I try to show you something here, Power BI, I'll show you. If I try to prepare dashboards over here, the role of the data analyst ends still here one day. You try to prepare dashboards and try to give the reports to the client on telling that what has happened into the data and why it has happened. That's it. And from there, the data scientist will take this where they will try to tell that future predictions or what we can do to overcome such kind of things. That is the role of data scientist.
So this course that you are
So
covering is
data
about
analyst and
the.
data scientists are different. So data science,
Oh, you're covering for the data
this
science,
is
right?
how data
Yeah, yeah, I know that.
entire data analyst plus data science.
Oh, you're covering both,
So this is how you
right?
try to prepare the dashboards if you're able to see on the screen.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. I saw them, and then yeah, got it. Because based on whatever the existing data that they have, they generate some reports for the business. That is data analyst, correct?
right. Absolutely correct, ma'am. Perfectly. You got it.
Okay. Data is some science is something they use the machine learning and everything. and futuristic decisions they make. So you're covering both the
Yes,
topics in this course. That's what I'm trying to understand. Is that correct?
yes. These are two different domains that we are trying to cover because if someone wants to learn data analyst, so their course will be till data analyst, and who wants to learn the data science, so they will continue from there only. Furthermore, right? And
Oh,
data science is like you're having algorithms, you have the data, everything. You're trying to build a software. So data science is mostly into the software development part. You're trying to build an applications for the future.
okay. I have, so if it is covered, both the amount is the same. Is that correct? Just wanted to know.
Uh, yeah. 1 second, please. Can you repeat it?
So I got the pricing for the data analyst. So if it is data science also, if you are covering, is it the same price or you have a different price? Can I check with the,
Uh, Harry, you can check with Harry, man. And if you have any
okay.
questions, then I'll have a word with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
good.
welcome. Great. Okay. Anyone else?
Hi, this is Ankit. Can you share the roadmap what you mm, just presented? Can you share the roadmap to us so that we can uh,
Okay. Share to you
read it?
means that you want it on your WhatsApp, right? You're talking about your own personal account on your
Yeah,
social
exactly.
media account, like
Yeah.
WhatsApp. Okay, yeah, definitely you'll
WhatsApp.
get it. You can get it. So there's a coordinator, right? He is there. I guess he left from the session right now. Okay, Harry is there because his working hours are till 7 o'clock. So maybe he has a house. He has to go back. You can continue contact Harry, who is the person who tried to reach up to you. So you'll get every single things about it, like what do you say, fees, the roadmap, the PDF, every single thing you'll get from me.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Great. Yes, subject. Anything else
What is
about everything?
Vijay here?
And see,
What is the prerequisite for it actually to join this course? What is the prerequisite? Yeah, I understood it's a programming language one. If you know, that's a good. But what else? What's your suggestion on this?
prerequisite, Vijay sir, I would tell you, but I want to know from yourself, will you be able to do that? If I try to tell you honestly, it's for
No,
everyone.
leave about my
It's for
my
everyone.
capability. Leave about my capability. Just if you can answer, what is the prerequisite for this course?
I'll tell you, but I just want to know from your side. That is what. Will you do it? That's it. Yes or no? Will you do it if I try to give you that Guru Mantra?
So that's why I am here in this course, right? Else I may not have wasted my
Okay.
1 hour time here.
No, yeah, definitely. First of all, I'm thank you, sir. Thank you for being here for an hour. So I'll tell you only what prerequisite is that I want your 1 hour every single day. Whatever happens, you have to give your 1 hour. Nothing apart from that. You are from the technical. I said advantage. If you're not from technical, I train the students from the scratch. See, I've trained some of the students who are from the financial background. So imagine who have done after 10 the commerce, 10 plus 2 was into commerce. After they have done BCom, after that they have done MBA, after that they have worked in the finance background. So imagine they are very far away, or you can say it's like a from Earth to Pluto, that they don't know anything about the programming language, or they don't know anything about the data analyst or data science, but still now they have got secured a good job in the IT. I'm telling you, they are left with the finance. But what one thing, as I said, I want it from everyone, right? That is the only prerequisite. 1 hour dedication is very important. We'll have 60 minutes of class every single day, but I'll tell you one thing: people tend to fall out of the race is the consistency. I see students here for 1 month, 1.5 month, maximum 2 months. It's my opinion, personal experience. I'm telling you, I have seen it. It's not that I started training since yesterday or tomorrow. I've been training for 10 years, and I'm speaking more about it. I am an official part of an Intel team. Now everyone has heard about the company called Intel, right? So I'm an official partner who is trying to set an artificial intelligence lab for the students all across the India. So whatever you can see that wherever the artificial intelligence labs are there currently since the last year, so you can see that I am being a part of it. I always travel all across the India to see that if the maintenance is good and if there is new setup to be launched. So I'm a part of a team. Right now the university is off, like it's an examination going on. So that is what I'm trying to give much more about myself. But one thing I'll tell you, consistency. No any prerequisite. If you're known, it's good. If you're not known, I will train you. If you have 100 questions, you ask me 1,000. I don't get any angry. I don't get anything. But I want that if you're trying to learn something, I want your dedication. 60 minutes. Apart from that, you practice before coming tomorrow session, and that's it. It's not an overnight journey. You just do that thing. Okay, we just got it. No prerequisite. I don't need anything from your side. Only dedication and hard work. That's it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, welcome. Not to worry. Anything else? This is the four people who introduced themselves, and these are the four people only who spoke. I don't know rest of the them. Raj, I know you were there, I guess, in the previous demo as well. Apart from Raj, what about the rest? Uh, Guys, quickly. So before we can wind up, I just want to know from Harini, Rohit, Anjana, whoever is there.
Yeah, actually, I just want to focus on data analyst. I don't want to enter into data science like machine learning or AI like that. So, what do you recommend? I mean,
That is the first part, as I said. We are going to learn Python because you are going to require. It's not that if people say that Python is even not required, I will say definitely that is not the case, ma'am. You would require programming language. Without programming language, how you can use any of the tools, right? Even if you learn DevOps also, which is a tool that is used for, you all talk about Azure, which is a tool I am in Azure as well. So you have to know programming language now. Without that, you cannot do that. So that is what we'll learn Python, we'll learn Excel, we'll learn the cleaning part, how to do the cleaning. And after that, we're going to learn Power BI. So this is a data analyst role. So till here, you are going to be the part of our team. If you're going of journey, if you're going to learn. So not to worry till this, all the things you're going to be a data analyst. But Power BI is not the only thing you can learn because it's a tool. It is there today, tomorrow it is not going to be there. If tomorrow something, what happens is that if Power BI is not in the market, then what will do? You don't know. Do you know what is Power BI? Power BI is just an extension of Excel. It was already there in Excel. Microsoft made a survey that they found out that they are not using charts in the Excel. And how to make their people use the charts, they made a separate application and they give it as a name called the Power Business Intelligence Tool. That is BI stands for Business Intelligence. Power BI is nothing new. People don't know. I'm in the industry. I'm telling you, I learned because I'm a Microsoft certified trainer. I know every single thing. I told you, I'm much into learning part. Power BI is nothing separate. It's an Excel part only. If you use Excel, even Excel, in the Excel also, you can prepare charts and dashboard. The thing is that now it's a company, they have to make a money, they have to make a business. That is what they just took that Power BI part separately and they added some additional features and that is what they made it. It's like the same thing. It's like what the you go to US and you prepare dhokla. Dhokla exists. One thing is that you add some spices to it and you call it as a new dish. That's it.
okay,
Clear?
yeah.
Yeah. So not to worry, you'll be trained till data analyst. Okay. Anyone else or we'll call
I
it over?
have one more question.
Ah,
So
yes.
both data analyst and data science, you'll be covering in 3 months. Is that correct?
4 months. 3 months is a small journey. 4 months.
Okay. If it is okay. If it is single data analyst, how many? How many weeks or like how many months? Data analyst,
2 months,
2 months.
2.5 months.
Okay. Okay. Remaining is like for the
Two
data
or two
science.
and a half months would require. Yeah,
Okay.
data is fine.
Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
guys, okay. Rohit, Rahul, any questions? I don't know you guys are
Uh,
there or not.
uh, Sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
Yeah. What about certification? Is certification mandatory? We need to do certification after the course. Is it mandatory
No, no,
or?
man, it's not necessary. No certifications are required. No, I'll tell you, no companies. Even if you go to any of the IT companies, you'll hardly find one of the person who has done a certification. In today's world, you need a skill, no certification. That is what I needed. I did it because I was into this setup part. It was a need of my what do you say? You can say the team. That is what I did it. Or else, why, why would I spend so many? It costs around like 50,000 rupees. Why would I spend 50,000 rupees in doing that thing? It's
Oh,
not
okay.
necessary. It was requirement. It was requirement for my company and whatever I'm into that field. I told you I'm into setting the artificial intelligence lab. It was required. I did it. If it was no need, I didn't did it. I didn't do it. I would have
Okay.
never not done it. That's it. I'll tell you, certificates are not required, but skills definitely matter.
Okay.
You need
Okay.
certain
Yeah.
skills.
Okay.
And that is
Thank you.
another part. You start in working in the company, gain an experience, and if your company requires your company yourself, they will do it. You don't spend any money. They will do it for
Okay.
you.
They will sponsor it.
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
they
you.
will do it because they need it, right? They need it. If you need it, you do it
Mm.
on your own. But because if they need it, then let them spend some money.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
So
Thank you so much.
yeah, welcome. I guess everyone has left, so let's wind up and let's connect tomorrow at same time. So from tomorrow, we'll start the regular session. And if any questions have been left, we will continue that Q&A session tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thank you for attending and have a good time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Good day.
Thank you.